Hey Cancer, my name is Dee. Welcome back to another Four Paths Healing Tarot message. I got some cards out here, meditated on the energy to give you a message direct and as clear as possible. This message will not resonate with all of you. As a matter of fact, if you're not trying to waste your time in this space, this message is about you examining some action that you're wanting to take soon. So if that feels like something that you're working through, Cancer, stay on with me. If that's not you, you can check out your moon sign, your rising sign. Thank you for popping in and saying hey. For those of you who are staying on with me, let's begin. All right, so the first card's out. You are in your Page of Wands. Fire energy. You may have had recently some communication from someone or watched something, read something, saw something recently, some type of message communicated to you, experiencing synchronicities, revisiting a photo album, seeing old photos, something near you or in your home that is reminding you of something very important related to yourself and your spirit. And it is putting you in this place, Cancer, of examining what it is that you want. And you are getting into this place, this is the other card that popped out, where you're ready to get into some action, some movement, very passionately, fiercely, and certainly. So this is what you're showing up in the starting position. This is who you are right now. A lot of passion, a lot of desire, a lot of deciding to move into action. I asked God, angel, spirit guides about what is the root of this? What is the cause of this? What is this coming from? Where is this coming from? Ace of Wands, as well as the Nine of Pentacles, of Wands. I'm getting distracted. I can hear something outside of my window. There's this thing where I live where the young folks, they like to do burnouts in this lot that is across the way, and they're doing that right now. So it's kind of throwing me off. Here I am refocusing. My apologies. You have the Nine of Wands, not Pentacles. Okay, but don't get it twisted, because your independence is coming with what I'm about to disclose to you and share with you. But recently in your past, or what you are working with right now, is that you are feeling highly motivated to kick into action. It could be a new hobby. It could be a new routine. It could be writing that book, getting in touch with someone that you've been wanting to speak to, but this really feels like you deciding to move into action on something that you deeply know and believe is going to heal you, restabilize you, grow you, and support you. But you've also been through quite a bit. You are, with this Nine of Wands, it feels like you're ready to move into action. And Spirit is saying, green light, go for it. But you've been through quite a bit. And you are wanting to ensure that this new action that you take, this new one that you walk into, is not going to be something that backfires to hurt you, that ends up being another one of these wands that's just sitting here that probably in some way you had to fight to get, and that's why you're bandaged up here in this image or in this illustration. So you are working through that a little bit. You're working a little bit through doubt, uncertainty. You're wanting to be sure that you're making the right decision by going forward in this. This may have been what you've been working through over the past couple of days, maybe last week, because right now you've decided to go ahead and take action. You've gone from this to the next step, to this, and the next step after this, for me as a reader, is the Two of Wands. starting to see the outcome of your action. And then after that, it's Three of Wands. So you've taken quite a bit of steps recently to move this desire, this want, this passion into action. You're making moves, you're making movement. And it's been hard because the experiences from your past have been horrific. They have been extremely painful, here to test you, but you are standing strong, fiercely, beautifully, and your intuition knows that it's time to move forward. Your personality, the essence of what it means to be you, your true self, your true self-expression, it's time for you to move in this new way, in this new expressive part of yourself. It's time for this thing to come out. And this may be after a time of you've been making strides rapidly recently, but this may be coming about after a long period of maybe Four of Cups, sitting under a tree. I'm not doing that. I don't want love. I'm not going to do this new thing to attract more money. You were just sitting and healing, working on yourself for, again, possibly a period of time. You're coming out of a period of inaction as it relates to this thing that you are working on right now. This feels like a habit. You are recreating a new style of living your life. Habit, hobby, a lifestyle choice or change is what this feels like to me. You've been wanting to do it, afraid about it, knowing that you should do it, and now here you are moving into that. So that's wonderful. Great work, Cancer. I asked God, angel, spirit guides to send any clear, direct messages for you that will continue you in this fiery energy, this Mars energy. And the Three of Swords as well as the Six of Pentacles popped out. What this says to me is that you are moving in this direction because intuitively you know that it's time and it's okay now to rebalance, restore, and heal after serious heartbreak. Serious words of disappointment. You know, when you're down, you're going through something, going through a period, you are in your rest stop season or in your dark night of the soul, whatever name you have for it. It can feel like everyone has the harshest word or words to describe your experience, and it feels like it can stuff you down even more into that pain that you're trying to heal through. Because Cancer, you have a wonderful way of working through your emotions, but you don't disclose everything. You find your way just under the light of the moon, because that's you, Cancer, to heal. And so sometimes people think that you're not as fragile as you might be in a moment, or maybe have this expectation that you don't have feelings that you do have. And so this feels like you now know that you have to close that up, do your part in healing. This also just came to me because we also have the Emperor that popped out with this as well. For me as a reader, I think of this as my God card, or faith being tested card, or this is in God's hands card. This is the King of Kings, looking amazing on the throne in red. But don't get it twisted. There are steel-toed boots, iron boots, whatever you want to call them. This person's been through combat, okay? They know the ropes. So with this being out here with the Six of Pentacles, this feels like you meeting God halfway. This feels like you doing your part by going from having this burning desire to examining it, getting motivated by words, communication, stepping into action, despite the pain, the fear, the scary stuff. Since you're doing that part on your end, God is like, okay, I got you. I'm going to do the rest. It's something about just taking a step, and God will make a step, sometimes 6 steps, because I'm not trying to take us to school, Cancer. You can fast forward past this part. I really do believe that a big part of what this whole life experience is for us to be in movement, for us to grow, for us to change. And so if you're coming out of a time where there's just been kind of a healing, restoring, sitting still, very fragile in that, because the hangman is also here beneath the deck, just a period of pause. When you are ready to step into action, it can feel like the entire universe drops everything to support you and where you're going. There's a celebration. If I like to think this in my mind, there's a celebration for you because you are deciding to get into your joy, get into your belief that your action can make this life that you're living more beautiful, more vivacious, and more exuberant than you could have ever imagined. So that's what this feels like to me. Another thing that popped out in this outcome, or asking God, angel, spirit guides, okay, God, what do you want my lovely Cancer to know? The Queen of Pentacles as well. What you are doing is restoring your security. It's restoring your natural ability to be beautifully on the throne, being the provider that you are. When I think of Cancer, this pops up for Cancer readings a lot for me because in my mind, I think of Cancer as the nurturer of the zodiac. You know how to build a sense of community. You know how to, it's like you can feel and sense what someone is needing in a loving way. I'm still describing and formulating what that is to describe it better. So when I see this here for me as a reader and with my spirit guides and my team that I work with spiritually, this for me says you are restoring the part of you that puts you back into balance of being the natural healer, provider that you are. This is also not the part of you where you're giving from an empty cup. Not that. This is restoring the part of you that is so good about loving on other people, supporting other people, also getting all of the resources that you need from the environment to be able to do so healthily. Healthily, is that a word? Who knows? You probably know. So here you are restoring that part of you and it feels good to you. This feels like home. This feels like your natural balance, where your flow is. This is a beautiful reading, Cancer. I want to say thank you for dropping in. This channel is slowly growing and I'm grateful to you. I'm grateful to God. My hope is that this channel is helping in some way. That's the intention here. If you have not subscribed and you like the vibe here, come on, join the family. I'd love for you to subscribe. If you can't do all of that right now, you're not sure about all of that commitment, I understand. I'm just glad that you popped in to say hey, and I hope that I can see you in another 4 Paths Healing Tarot message. Take care. Bye.